303gmail.com. Guys, that's what y'all be doing. It's cool to have that, but if you're not using the BCC email, you're missing out on a whole lot of information. A lot of information that we want to give you. But if you don't check that email, you miss that scholarship, because they're not going to put it up there 3 times. They put it up there once and then sneak it in about 3 o'clock in the morning on the second time. After that, it's done. So if you're not checking it out, you missed it. So the BCC Foundation, I think you guys, they may have given you the flyers and information with that. Did they give it to you? All right, well, we have it here. Before you leave, we have information on all of that, right here. Go right to the BCC website. The information is here. How you get into the BCC Foundation scholarship page. And what you have to do to fill out that scholarship page to get that little bit of money. And once you get in the system, that money is there every semester, so you can go keep going back. Like, hey, my pocket's dry, I need to go back over to see whatever else they got. It's in there. My girlfriend, you got that little bit of money, you tell nobody. He's like, I ain't saying nothing to nobody. But yeah, it's right there. It's right here, you know, and we'll give you this, but you just go to the BCC website and look up scholarships, and it's right there. There's all kinds of scholarships here that you have access to, that we want you to make sure that you actually get. And the scholarships can range from $500,000, $2,000, some of them $3,000, $4,000. And it's here. And everybody needs that little bit of gap between now and later. Everybody got that little situation that you're dealing with at home or wherever where you need that information. So we want you to get it. But if you don't get into that BCC website, you're going to miss it. It's critically important that you do it. So that's that. And the second one, as soon as Mr. Diallo taps in. But now once you see, now this is the game. Once you get in here and you start getting these scholarships, which are great, they're kind of helping you to prepare you for the big time scholarship. This Jack Cook Kent scholarship last year that BCC students received. But there are others too. If you're going to other institutions, there are lots of other scholarships that the young lady here on the end, Dr. Yvonne DeGrazzo, will help you get those scholarships, or at least apply for those scholarships, so that you can be competitive. Those scholarships are what we call transfer scholarships. How many people graduating between now and June? Okay, well, 2 people. You need to talk to Dr. Razio, because she knows about the scholarships that will take you to the next level. And the beautiful thing coming from BCC and other types of institutions like this is that transfer scholarships are available for students going from the 2-year school to the 4-year school. There's a lot of them out there, all different kinds, science, technology, whatever your interest is, there's a scholarship out there. Go ahead, Frank. 4. Last year, right? Check this out. This Jack Cook Kent. All right, whatever. It's a scholarship. That scholarship is only about 60 of them given out in all of Cuba last year. Of the 60 that were given out, 4 of them came to BCC students. Of the 4 that came to BCC students, 2 of the students in that program were part of the Male Empowerment Network, Mr. Marshall and Mr. Gant. They were part of that program. They were also student leaders within the BCC larger environment. They were the president of the SGA. So you don't get a scholarship by accident. You got to kind of step up and get involved. Of those 4 students, 1 was a young man from Dominican Republic who I had when he was a high school student. So we've been working with him since he was like 15 or 16. He came to BCC and did exceptionally well. 1 of them was a young Nigerian. 1 of them was a young guy from Ghana. And the 4th person was a young lady from Burkina Faso. So it's telling you something about these are people who are from someplace else who got these scholarships. These are all immigrant young people who got those scholarships. So, do you have a friend here? Hey, how you doing? Hello. Say it again? Yeah. Yeah, okay, wait. We don't see you on this end. Oh, wait. Yes. Okay, let's see what happens. Ah. All right, can you see us? Oh, okay, now, we can see what we can't hear you. Hold on. Technology guy, come on. Come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy. What's that elderly young man trying to give you instructions by pointing? That's not going to work.
Okay.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Not through the Zoom. I'm hearing you through my phone. Let me hang up.
Just talk. Let's see. Can you hear us now? No.
Hello?
Okay, I'm going to stay on the phone while you talk.
Okay, now it's on.
So, since I'm typically inept at these kind of things, I act like I know what I'm doing. I make mistakes all the time. I'm good at making mistakes. I'm going to introduce you. We have a room full of people, and we have a mixture or diverse groups. That diverse includes
Maybe it's working now because we can hear the echo.
Tell her she can't put on speaker. Okay, Look, it says you have to take her off.
Or how she's gonna hear you?
I did.
Maybe it's working now.
The speaker is connected.
Okay, well, I'm going to be quiet and let you know talk to. So, just real quick, we have one group of young people who like confidence, who find success, make the family proud, and go out to the world and do great things. I just like people to talk about how many of y'all scholarship and what they need to be involved with.
You have to test the audio and see what the problem is.
Yes. Would you like us?
She has a phone.
The Zoom.
You have to test the speaker and microphone, so maybe we can.
She has a phone on speaker.
We don't have a microphone on this end.
There's no microphone.
All right.
Hello?
Get that on the screen.
Jane?
Yeah, just go ahead and do your thing. We good.
Do you want us to use the phone as well?
No, just leave your phone on, but just start doing your thing.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you through the phone, but I'm not hearing you through the Zoom.
Okay, so I'm not going to speak, so you know, so they can hear you. That's what we're going to do. Don't leave it on my phone on, just keep on doing your thing. You can talk.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm not seeing any student right now, so I'm just gonna speak. I'm hoping that you hear me.
We can
But
hear you very clear.
okay, all right. Okay, so I will speak through my phone. Hello, dear students.
You can put your phone down. Put your phone down.
Okay, all right.
Can you hear us?
No.
Okay, so thank for technology that we can connect virtually. I have met maybe some of you before, or have never met you. It's the first time. However, it is my honor and privilege to be here talking with you today. What brought you today at this platform is your hard work, your tenacity to be in college. Wow, I am proud of you. Like Jean Adams said, my name is Kajetu Diallo. I'm the one of Amadou Diallo. Amadou Diallo, 23 years ago, was an aspiring student who was working hard, saving his money to enroll in college. In fact, the last time we spoke was on January 31st, 1999. I will never forget that day. The voice of my son, the passion he had, he was about to achieve his dream. And unfortunately, sadly, Amadou was wronged. He was gunned down at 1157 Willa Avenue, a little after midnight. He went out to get food. Upon coming back to his place in the vestibule, he met Destiny. The New York NYPD officer saw him and apprehended him and just ended his dream. I said, my life has changed since then, and I was embarked in this journey, now 23 years and still going on. My son was my firstborn, and he spoke 5 languages. He traveled the world before coming to New York, because we lived in many different countries. We lived in Liberia, where he was born, even though our origin is Guinea-Conakry, but he was born in Liberia. And then we lived in Togo, in Thailand. After graduating the international school in Thailand, French international school, he went to Singapore because he was passionate about computer literacy. In 1993, Amadou went to Singapore and he learned about computer science. But he always dreamed about going to America. This is why I fought hard to get him the support he needed to come. And he said to me, Mom, I will make you proud. Thank you. When he landed in New York City in 1996, he established in the Bronx with his distant cousins. He was not by himself. And he networked with all the community. And he would go to work and save his money. As you know, immigrant students have a challenge all the time when they come to foreign countries. They have to start anew. My son didn't tell me he needed help because he was so proud. He wanted to do it on his own. So I established the foundation. After we went through the trial and I established the foundation to perpetuate his memory, but advocate for changes and give Amadou's promise to young aspiring students, especially those from Africa. This is why I am so happy to share with you the work we are doing through the Amadou Diallo Foundation. We started the scholarship, Jean Adam and I met then through the president of the college at that time. Ms. Caroline introduced us. Since then we work together and we promote the foundation and we support students, not just to give the scholarship, but also to support them, like empowering them. Jane, Adam, and Clifford we started the Amadou Diallo Youth Commemoration. And this is the 12 years, I think, if I remember. We're still doing it every year. Many students have benefited through the Amadou Diallo Scholarship. We chose them, the criteria is about their belief in education and also their belief in being a global citizen. Being a global citizen is something that can help to move this current generation to the next generation and so on. We have to understand that we do know that you are our pride, you are our ambassadors, you are our future. So we cheer you up and we support you. We welcome you through the platform of the foundation, and you are in good hands, Jill, Adam, Clifford, and the ADF and BDCC in general will make sure that you get the support you need. But don't wait until we look for you. You have to be proactive. You have to join clubs at the college. You have to do research. How many of you even know about anything about the Amadou Diallo Foundation? I know my friend Jillian Adams sometimes will stop you in the campus and tell you, hey, I want to talk to you about the ADF. It shouldn't be that way. You're supposed to be naturally curious to understand, hey, what is the Amadou Diallo Foundation about? What can I do with them? If I have full scholarship, I can still be mentored, or I can mentor another students. We can be partners. This is why I'm so happy to be with you today and to share the goal of the ADF. Our tradition with the BCC has been a long partnership and still going strong. We want to promote the scholarship. We want to now move to the ADF 2.0, and that is to launch. The next goal is to do mentorship, virtual internship program, and connecting you students of the African diaspora in the United States to those in Africa. We have partners in Senegal, we have partners in Guinea, and we can't wait to meet you physically, but don't wait until we come to the campus. Try to log on the foundation websites, AmadouDialloFoundation.org. Fill out that information. Go and see what can you do. I'm sure you will find something you can do with us. If not scholarship, if you don't need the scholarship right now, you can help another student by telling them about the scholarship, who is in need. We want to continue the legacy. Among the recipients of the college, of the scholarship, you have some people in the campus, like Mr. Ba, the last time I spoke, he called me, he said he received the scholarship a while ago. And we have people who became CEO, who were former recipients of the scholarship. We have some former recipients who have become teachers, who have become business owners, and so on. So I am really looking forward in you, the youth. I advocate for youth. I'm not here just to say only girls or only boys. Youth is the global effort, is the global energy for uplifting our families, our communities, and our country, because you are bright, but be curious. Do not wait. Go to see Jill Adam all the time if you have a problem, you have a need. Go to see Clifford, and be also involved in social justice. Do not think that because I'm from Africa, policing and criminal justice system is not my thing. It has nothing to do with me. We, as general, have to be involved. You have to be involved in advocacy. You have to be involved in learning what is going on, because I never knew when those cops came and saw Amadou that night. They didn't know he was from Africa. So this impacted everybody. The movements will like dim a little bit until something else happens. Everyone will be uprising again and doing it again and again. What is going to bring the change is to be involved day by day, day-to-day activity. We have a forum that we are hosting this coming Saturday about wrongful conviction. We will have a very good experts. We have partners with the American University in the criminology classes. The students, the whole class will be coming and interacting with the audiences, and they have used that for their ending of this semester. This forum on Saturday. I invite you to come in. Jane Adam have the information, and he would provide that information. Please, even if you cannot speak, just connect and listen to those experts talking to you about criminal justice system. Lastly, I would like to have application of the AADF scholarship. Money is sitting there at BCC. This is the 3rd year. I cannot believe that none of you didn't need any help, financial aid. No, you do need financial aid. Why are you not coming forward and applying to be awarded the Amadou Diallo scholarship? I do not understand, but today has to begin now. Pass it on. Pass the information on. Do not wait until someone else tell you about it. Just tell them, hey, do you know that the Amadou Diallo Foundation have a scholarship at BCC? I do not need it, but if you know anyone who is in need, tell them about it, please. So I'm going to stop here now and listen to other speakers perhaps, and it's my pleasure to be here to share with you. If you have some questions, I will give some time at the end to answer your questions. Thank you, Gina, for giving me the opportunity.
Can you hear me?
Oh, she's
Okay.
Or we can pick up a phone.
Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
cool. I want to take a couple of quick questions.
Okay.
So does anyone have a question?
Is there any information available about the meeting that she was referring to?
All right, is there another question?
What is the deadline for this?
Question or comment, whatever, just let me know that you are there.
The deadline for the application. I think the BCC deadline is February 3rd.
Yes.
February 3rd. Another question.
How can we apply for the?
Unless I forget, I think the BCC always wants students to apply just for scholarship, and then they can select the ADF to grant. You cannot just go and say you apply for the ADF at BCC platform, but you can log onto our website and apply, and you can pass the information to BCC.
Right.
That's also another possibility.
How can we apply for the transfer scholarship?
Well,
I want to know who among the students, anyone from Africa, West Africa, any country?
and we got a whole room full of people.
Oh, okay.
We have the whole West African, you name it.
Answer me if you're not here. Guinea, answer me if you're here.
Guinea's there.
Answer.
We got Guinea, the Gambia, Nigeria, Senegal,
Ghana,
Ghana,
Togo,
Togo,
South Africa.
Guyana,
South Africa.
Bangladesh,
Chad,
Chad,
South
Africa, everybody.
That's great.
Her question was about the transfer scholarship. That doesn't relate to this. I can answer that, and Mr. Marshall. Is there another question?
Maybe you can do if she has if she has an iPhone, you can do a live and just show her the room, so she can see who's in the room. Do you have an iPhone? No, I can help you out.
That's far from an iPhone.
Let me
First,
call.
you trying to embarrass me because I don't have an iPhone.
He has an ace
Okay. Someone, before we bring the president on, is going to open their phone up so that they can actually see. But she's trying to embarrass me.
Can I see the gallery?
1 second.
Can I see-
I got it.
I'm gonna call you.
I got it. There you go. I ain't gonna embarrass you.
Go ahead, WhatsApp. You have WhatsApp, right? You should have WhatsApp.
someone takes the computer
computer and tap into the Zoom link and turn on this way.
Start, shut the Zoom link. Shut the Zoom link.
Now, he said another,
Everybody,
a laptop. Somebody got a laptop, they can tap into the Zoom.
tap into the Zoom link, turn it.
So you're trying to bring the president on the phone?
You gotta sign in. Things we do for Mr. Diallo. So can we bring the president on?
Hello?
Yes, that's me.
Hi, Mr. Yes?
Can you, yeah,
Yes, yes.
so, can you see this?
No.
Do you have FaceTime? You have FaceTime, right?
Yes, I do. Let me see if I answer you. Okay, now I see, yes, thank you.
Good.
Thank you. Hi, guys.
Whoever wants a scholarship, that's your.
Now I know I'm part of the meeting.
She didn't believe you.
See, believe me.
You see the reason? Yes, yes. I cheer you up and I thank you my blessings that Lord.
All right.
Okay.
Okay,
That was
that was difficult. But it was working, right? Look, my philosophy is very simple. Any way it takes to get it done, that's the way you do it. You sit and wait, and sit and wait, and sit and wait, nothing will happen. So look, look, this face has been so scarred up from falling on it throughout the course of my life. You think I care?
That's right.
I just keep on keeping on. So, let me call her so I can say goodbye. Say goodbye? Oh, she said goodbye. She said goodbye. All right. We're not done. We still have, the president's gonna make this short presentation, but I'd like to hear from Morris Heights, I'd like to hear from Welcome to America, of course, Community Edge. We want you to engage these folks. I'd like to bring up the
You don't need it from me. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Okay.
A lot of food. We give thanks to God for what? For everything. So it's good to see all of you. In fact, when Eugene told me about this, I said I have a meeting at noon, but if you don't mind, I'll come at 1 o'clock. Because just coming here, to be honest, all of you makes my day. I need to be honest, just coming here, looking at the mosaic of faces, looking at the different people here, you've all made my day. And for that, I want to say thank you to all of you. I think it's, during the pandemic, we were all zooming and zooming and zooming, zoom out, mute, you muted, you're not muted, and all this. There's nothing like, I'm an introvert in some way, but I'm also an extrovert in some way because I feed on people's energy. Just seeing all of you here really makes me happy. I'm energized. I know I have 2 minutes, and I won't talk more than 2 minutes. I think it's great to see all of you. What I think we need to say thank you to Eugene Adams and really Professor Sain. I want to say thank you to all of you. You know, it's very, very important because we need to find ways to come together. We need to find ways to share ideas. We need to find ways to talk to one another. Because I think it's very important. The world can be a very lonely place. But when you know you have people that you can talk to, when you know there are people where you can go to for services, it makes it a little easier. I wasn't born in the Bronx, you can tell. I wasn't born in Brooklyn or Quincy from Bridgeboro, don't get too carried away. I was born originally in Nigeria. And to come a long way from Nigeria to the United States, the only way you're gonna survive or make it is to have a network of people that you can rely on. I won't tell you how old I am, even at my age, I still have a network of people that I call on a daily basis to say, this is the situation I am, this is the, what can you advise me to do? I think so the whole essence of this gathering to me is that even you don't know anybody on your way out, find somebody that you can call or find somebody that you can talk to. Or if it's finding a service, find a service group of people that you can reach with. I see the folks from MLH, Morris Heights Health Center, and I know them very well because they're right across the street from us. That's where I go get my medical care. I mean, they have excellent doctors, they have excellent physicians there. In fact, the pharmacies there good. I'm not advertising you, but I'm just saying.
I don't have to talk, you can just continue.
Yeah, but I am saying that because you gotta find things in your neighborhood that work for you that you can easily go to. I think that's CUNY Edge, Welcome America, that's all of the services here because things can be very lonely and things can be very frustrating if you don't know where to go. But if you know that you know where to go and you can easily go there, you can get the services and you can also spread the word around to other people. When I came in here about 8 years ago, somebody said, I'm looking for a medical clinic close by. They said, go across the street to MMH. And I met other Nigerians there, and the people there that I can easily relate to. So I really think it's important, not just for you, but for our families, to build a network of connections of people that you can really reach out to and get the services that we need. That brings me back to what we do on campus here. If anybody tells you you're going to succeed by just coming into class and running backwards, they're lying to you. The only way you're going to be successful is also find a network of people on campus that you can relate to. I'm not saying that they got to be your best buddies or anything, but somebody that you can easily reach to say, I am struggling in my political science class, or I am struggling in my algebra class, I am struggling here. Where can I get help? Who can help me out? I did it. Yeah, in fact, I tell you that in my class I never asked questions, but this was before FaceTime or before WhatsApp or before Backbook or Facebook or whatever. But I knew people in the class that after class that I would always speak to and say, how can we do this assignment together? I really think it's important because all of us here, you're very smart, you're very good, but the only way you can really succeed is that you gotta have a pillar of network that you can depend on. So my message to you this afternoon is this is correct. You're not going to be successful out of BCC. You're not going to transfer to CCNY. You're not going to transfer to Lima. You're not going to transfer to Guru unless you build your own network here of people that can support you. Even for us as staff, you can use us, you can talk to us to build that network so that we become successful. Then in turn, we will pass it on to other people. I really think it's critical. I see too many of us come and leave. I see too many of us come and drop out. Unless you win the lotto, there's no other way. The only way for social mobility is good education. If you want an example, I'm a prime example. The only way of social mobility is a great education. I've met with prime ministers, I've met with presidents, I've met with kings, I've met with queens. I wouldn't have done that without a good education. So I'm saying that to you, I need all of you to be better than me. I need one of you to be the president, not just BCC, president of one of the other CUNY schools or one of the other institutions. That's my dream for all of you. But the only way you can do that is to focus and get a good education. We are here to support you. You can use us, don't abuse us. But I think it's really critical. I see Bernard and those are here. Thank you. I mean, those are people you can also rely on. Eugene knows is more African than I am. He wasn't born in Africa, but he's more African than I am, and he can relate to anybody. So even if you don't want to talk to anybody, go to Botao and look for Eugene. One of the things I've come to know about him, if he cannot solve the problem for you, he will find somebody that will solve the problem for you. Hear what I said? If you cannot relate to him, he will find somebody that will relate to you. So if you walk away from this room, you remember nothing. Just go to Butler or ask for Eugene, and you're in good hands. Remember that commercial you do with all state? Have a wonderful afternoon, and come visit me in language hall, room 27. Amira will tell you, no, you don't want to say, you just say you're African brother, African sister. That's the password. So have a wonderful afternoon.
How about a question?
Sure.
What you got? Some of the guys been here for a couple of years. Some of y'all left and came back a whole bunch of years ago. There he is. This guy's been here since he was about 10. He's been here a lifetime. Come on, man.
All right, assalamualaikum guys. My name is Buba Dukure, and I'm the current president for the Muslim Association. That's not club, association. And I've been here for a minute, studying computer science currently, and I have a semester left after this semester. Hopefully everything goes well. And you know, I'm here with my colleagues. I'm here with my faculty advisor and everyone else. And we do have some concerns and some questions that we would like to ask the president, and inshallah without further ado, and I'm gonna pass on the mic to my colleagues. We had some questions in mind that we
Sure.
want to ask them.
It's going to cost 25 cents for every question.
No problem, no problem.
But I'll waive it for you.
All right.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Abdullah Tamlu. I'm from Senegal. My major is digital design. As our president said, we have some questions. The first one is that as Muslims, we have a prayer room, and like most of the time we're at a campus, we have to pray like 5 times a day. Therefore, we use the bathroom to make our, we call it wudu in Arabic, but it's ablution. Therefore, sometimes we go to the bathroom, we do our wudu, but it's like we make the bathroom wet, and it's not like what we mean that is that it's not nice, because some people they come, they say, you guys should not do that. We don't want it, just be honest, but it's our faith. We have to pray. Therefore, what we want is just to have our specific place, somewhere we can do our work, so that we can do it in a peaceful way without, doing anything to others. Because sometimes when you try, someone may come and fall, because there's no map in there to map it each time, and we know that's a responsibility. Therefore, what we want is just, if it is possible, to have a place where we can do our ablution every time. Yeah, that's that. The second one is that when we go to the cafeteria, as Muslims, there's no label that said that this is halal or not halal, because as Muslims, we should not eat any kind of food. Therefore, we want, if possible, to tell them to have halal food, but also to put a label and say this is halal when you come in us. Because sometimes when you ask them, they just say, I'm not sure. And you cannot blame them because they do not know.
Abdullah, right?
Yeah, Abdullah, yes.
Again, I was going to say, I didn't know if you were going to quiz me if I remember your name, but that. So Abdullah, that's a great question you asked. If you remember, before the COVID in 2019, we did talk about the restroom, because we went to Roscoe Brown, second floor, I believe, and we talked about it. And I think with the COVID that fell off the radar, but I think it's something that I think we need to look into. I want to commend you for your concerns, because of I love what you said. Because whatever you do, you got to look at what is the consequences, or what are the implications of people coming behind you. That's responsible citizenship. So I'm glad you said that. This issue came up in 2019. We were going to talk about it. I think it was fall of 2019 we visited Roscoe Brown, I don't remember. And I asked David, what can we do to remedy that particular situation? You know, the rest is history. Spring of 2020, we all left and we just came back. But I really do think we need to revisit that particular issue. I am totally supportive of your faith, and because I realize that's important to you, and I think part of our responsibility is to do what we can to make you comfortable in our community. I think that's so having said that, I think I'm going to work with Professor to look into it. what can we do? I don't know what has been done on other campuses, but I think it's something that we need to look into definitely to see on how we can remedy it. I don't think it costs a lot of money to do that, even if it does, but the goodwill that will extend to you by even doing that, I think is the most important thing, so we'll look into it. The one on the food, where is Ralph? And we just came from auxiliary meeting, and one of the things we talked about is the cafeteria. Guess what? They want to make what? They want to make money. And so one of the things I think if they want to make money, we can go back with them to say, do you know that we have this segment of population of our students that we think you got to cater to them? And if you do cater to them, they'll come and buy. And that's the American way, it's business. So I don't think anybody's had that conversation with them, but I think it's a conversation that he's on auxiliary, we run the cafeteria technically. So I think it's a conversation we need to have with the people running the cafeteria. We were just telling us that they're not making a lot of money, which is, we get it. But I think we can suggest to them that for you to make some good profit, to make some money, you need to find a way to cater to this population that we have. So I don't think you're asking for too much in my mind. I think those are reasonable things that you're asking for. And if we want you to be part of our community, which we do, I think we got to find ways to solve this problem. So I'd be like, that's a great question.
Yeah. So what do you think is the impact of structural racism? Because we heard from Khadija Diallo, who's the mother of Amadou Diallo, who came here as an African immigrant to pursue higher education. But structural racism caught up with him in a certain way, right? What do you, and you said it earlier, if you have a good education, everything will be okay, right? That's usually what we tell people. Yes. So, but can you put more nuance into the conversation and maybe explain also what can be the impact of structural racism? Because when we come, we don't know about it.
You know what, the question you raised, how many of you watched the World Soccer Games, the World Cup? I've been feeding on them at the beginning. There was a conversation that came up on somebody in the press from Iran asked the U.S. captain, I don't know if he's a captain, he's a U.S. player, how come you playing for a team that discriminates against blacks? And the way he answered the question, I was really impressed by the way he answered the question, because even though I'm calm, there are times that I go off on my own tangent. The way I would have answered the question was not the way he answered it, which I really commended it. It's the word that he used. He said, yes, there's racism, but we are making what? We are making progress. Is there structural racism in America? Yeah. I'll be lying to you if I tell you there's none. Yes, there is. But are we making progress? I will also say yes. But I think the most important thing is the education. Human beings, as human beings, we frighten of things that we don't are aware of. We frighten about things that we don't know of. But I think through education, through interaction, I think there's no utopia in the world. If anybody tells you, political scientists, if anybody tells there's utopia in the world, the person is lying to you. But I think in the United States, I think we all will make that progress to get there. Hopefully someday in our great country, whether you're in Nigeria, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, it doesn't really matter. People will judge on the content of the character. If you relate that to what we're talking about here, I think because our institution, we're beginning to have people from West Africa, we're beginning to have people from North Africa, we're beginning to have people from other moving into the campus here. Those type of adjustments that Abdullah was just asking about, nobody really has ever thought about. But I say, but through our own awareness, through education, through conversations we have with people, we gotta make the other side see that this is important to them. This is important to their beliefs. And if you want them to be part of your community, if you want to be part of society, we got to find ways to accommodate people. I think that's the crucial thing. I think everybody in our community is important. It doesn't matter what faith. It doesn't matter what sexual orientation. It doesn't matter what we look like. I think we're all important, but I think we got to find ways to accommodate people and make people comfortable. I think that's the crucial thing. And that's why I say to him, is that issue came up. We got to find a way to address it. because I won't be able to go out into my borough, like we did when we went to the mosque, to say BCC is friendly towards Muslim students. Sure. Oh, Bukola, how are you?
I'm fine, so how are you?
That one.
Yeah, thank you for this opportunity, and it's always a pleasure to see you. And you represent the legacy of the continent, the African continent. As Jean had said, as I said earlier, I don't recall there hasn't been any African president of any universities. Well, I don't know in the U.S., at least in New York State, and especially in New York City. So we celebrate you every day.
Thank you.
So my question is, this room really reflects the continent. I mean, really. And this room also reflects, I'm talking about the turnout, also reflects the Bronx community, that the largest population of African immigrants are in the Bronx. I've been in this city for over 40 years, right? So we know the genesis of this city. We know that the Bronx, again, in the last 15, 20 years, continues to really bring in a lot of African immigrant population. So my central question on that note is that, what can BCC do, especially you, sir, as the president of this university, to create a database of these mosaic of African, diverse body of African immigrants that are here that represent this community, that also, if you will, bread and butter of Bronx Community College, because the financial aid, again, population representation across Africa, considering also that New York City has over 50 African consulates. So this, that is represented in this room. So we want to be able to tap into BCC database and see, African immigrants in the last 10 years that have been here from different countries, where have they gone from here? I mean, are they first generation American born? Just give us stats, that qualitative, quantitative statistics that we can use in our work. And you're in a really good position to make that happen, sir. So.
Because of yes, there are some of those data really that officially we cannot use proprietary that we cannot share. But having said that, with my man here, Eugene here, having some of those data of students that cycle through us, we can do that. All of the data in our educational based system, we can't share that with anybody unless you give me a release. You know, we live in a litigious society. If we share the data with somebody, will turn around and sue us. So, but I think formally we cannot do that, but informally, if through our African club, through our different clubs here, and if people give us those database information, we can basically share them with people and discuss with people. The idea you raise is a great idea. How can we create a database? Remember the keyword I can use is network. How can we create that database so that we can really network with one another to help lift everybody up? So I think it's something like something.
I think with the research department, we can create the proper and legal questions that we can ask, so we can begin to get some of that information that she's talking about without getting into, the personal laws.
For instance, the census has a database. I mean, we participate in the census. So there's a general, data in terms of population size, demographic, and so on, without having to share the names.
Yeah, we can do that. Bernard is a enrollment specialist here.
Yeah, actually, we have some of the data that is general data, as you mentioned, that doesn't have student-specific information that will give us percentages that we can use to kind of make determination about
on your website, just going.
So I think it could be important to the community, but also could be important to us in terms of designing grants and designing.
I think we should look into that. You guys look forward to the conversation.
So,
I know one more. I don't want to leave. Somebody else has a question from your group, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, we got to give our sisters the opportunity. Go ahead.
My name is Valen Hacker. I am an accounting major, and this is supposed to be my master's. I'm the treasurer of the Muslim Student Association. I would like to talk about my concerns about hijab. As a Muslim female, it is mandatory to have the hijab on. Okay, some of us are already there, some of us are not. Some of us are trying to, and inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us. For the past years, we've been having like a hijab week, which starts on February 1st, I think, if I'm not wrong. And I would like you all to help us, like, especially Mr. President, to put it to the calendar. So everybody could get engaged and everybody could get involved. And we could actually have all the other Muslims, females, and everybody else to at least know about the hijab. We'll be giving out scarves and everything else that's gonna help a Muslim female, but that could only be possible if we have the help of the president and everybody else in this hall. Thank you.
You have my completed 100% support. In fact, there's a professor of history, Mara Lazar. In fact, I'm going to bring her into it. And we did it again before the pandemic. You know, the pandemic, when you're going on a high, and the pandemic came and everything went down. I'm glad you brought it up. We're going to do it. I mean, I think, again, we all have to be comfortable in our own skin. And it doesn't matter whether you wear a hijab, if you do, we can respect you for it. I think it's really critical. And I think it's very, very important that we support it. We allow people to express themselves the way they want to express themselves. So you don't even need to appeal to me. Yes, we will. And I will talk to Eugene on this side, and I'll talk to Prof on this side too, to see how it goes.
Before I leave, I would like to connect with you guys in an unofficial capacity. From a personal perspective, I'd love to be involved in what you guys are doing.
Could you introduce yourself so that they don't know you?
Sure. I'm Tamara Campbell-Teague, Director of Marketing at Bronx. I'd love to assist.
Thank you, Maria. You want to talk about it? Remember we did one last time. Again, we're going to expect that you're going to help us push it to, right? Everybody, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and this is one of the, by the way, my name again is Hussein Farash. I am the faculty advisor.
He's pretty modest. He's professor of Sensorai.
And, you know, I have to say that, you know, I commend the president. The previous president, we asked for a prayer room and we're denied that. Once I approached the president, he right away told me, you have my support. We have the room that we have now. And what our students are enjoying, especially Ramadan is coming up. You know that between your classes, you can sit there, have a little nap, and go to your class again. Inshallah, you know, in the past we had iftar in the masjid. I approached the president about the hijab week, not me, the club approached the president of the hijab week. We had a full week funding for posters, speakers. We invited a documentary about the Muslim experience after September 11, for example. But most importantly, it was female students, the panel that was created by female BCC students who shared their experience with other BCC students, speaking about what it feels like to wear the hijab in their daily life out in the street, especially when some event takes place in some part of the world, and then the entire attention about Muslim and Muslim coordination. It's very easy for Muslim brothers to hide in the middle of the crowd, but it's very hard for Muslim students and female students to wear the scarf proudly and go on the street and be yourself. So for that, the president had full support, and I thank him that he said that we're going to have this again.
I just want to say publicly, I don't know how much you spent the last time, whatever it is, we'll do it again. I mean, I think it's part of public education, it's part of what we have to do. So, in fact, I expect to hear from you, and our sister to expect to hear from you, wherever we'll do it together.
Okay, now you gotta run. All right, so I want to thank you. You know, you know, you guys are important. He knows that you're.
Yes. Is it real or
Go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Again, listen. If you have any questions, go to this guy.
What I like to do now is we have 3 groups here that I just, like make a short presentation on what Morris Heights, Welcome to America, and of course, CUNY Edge.
Can I pose one thing?
Oh, yeah.
Take a group shot.
Take a group shot?
For at least.
Yes, like
Okay.
I don't know how to do that, yeah.
All right.
I'll take it.
All right, so,
And then everybody's leaving here, let's put you in the group shot.
well, we got a couple minutes, we got pizza, so. So maybe we can put, no, we can put him.
Just put him in that.
Right here. And folks, and then,
We have this.
just get a little bit closer. Get a little bit closer. Get in the picture. Come on, girl. Hey, Bernie. I got this girl.
He's good. He's good. Yeah, you can get chairs. Get chairs next to him. Yeah, on the floor is good too.
TT,
Thank you.
Trey,
Okay.
get the picture. Get the picture. Everybody get the picture.
Okay.
Stand up on chairs or something.
You're
Get
gonna
the
be in
picture.
it?
Gene, get the picture. Stand up on chairs.
Okay, ready, guys?
Come on, Jay. Don't be cool. Come on. Get the picture.
What about you? On the mic.
I'm too cool to get a picture.
Let me take one more. You want one more? Yeah, that's good.
What happened to your red hair?
Wait. He wants to.
Beautiful hair you got. Go get the picture, girl.
One more for the.
Come on, Red.
Bukula, you want to go?
That's red.
Bukula. No? Around here? Okay, one more for me, please, right here. Okay.
Got him?
Yeah.
Yeah, good job. Good job. All right.
Okay.
Let them grab their pizza while they're presentation.
All right, I need somebody to help serve it.
Andy, help serve pizza. We'll do the raffle. Everybody should get a ticket for the raffle. You should get a ticket for the raffle. Give them those tickets, man. Check 1, 2. While you guys are doing that, this lady from Roundtable decided to
why we're here, how important it is for us to be here at this discussion. The purpose of this discussion, as you guys know by now, is really to just bring to the table and highlight, bring awareness of the resources that are available to students in this institution, and available, and the resources that are around the institution that are available as well.
One mic.
Yeah. So as you all know, Bronx has been in the neighborhood for about 41 years. We have a number of programs that really are designed for improvement of your life, improvement of your health, from an education perspective, from a nutrition perspective, from a health and wellness perspective. Mars Heights, I'm new at Mars Heights. I've been here since February of this year. You have a card? I do not have a card, but you can take my number, anybody can. It's 929-228-6996. That's my cell number if anybody needed to reach me regarding anything that you want to talk about. Write it down and take the number, 929-228-6996. Call me anytime.
What was the last? There you go. There you go. Oh.
99?
228
228
6996.
6996.
Oh, thank you. Wow. We do have a table in the back. The table in the back will tell you if there's anything that you're interested in with regard to your health, the health of your children, the health of your families. If you need information on resources, how to access. We're here to create the access. We're here to provide the access as a federally qualified health center. As a federally qualified health center, we're not interested in, your ability to pay. We do have processes in place that you don't have health insurance. We will organize to provide that for you. If you're in any way, it may not apply to you here, but if anybody of your family is undocumented and is concerned about not having access to health care, is concerned about not having access to housing, is concerned about not having access to anything to do with your quality of life, please reach out to Mars Heights Health Center. Again, if there's anyone that you know that is undocumented, needs health care, needs housing, needs food, needs resources, needs an ear, needs someone to just listen to what's going on, try to direct them in the right direction for what they may need. Please reach out. We do have a table in the back. We can take your information and have the right people call you. If it's a specific doctor's appointment you're looking for, we have that facility as well. Take your information, and within 48 hours you can have a call from our patient access team that will provide you that appointment. Yes, sir. No, not at all. Not at all. Anybody. No affiliation. We love PCC because they're our neighbors and they have been for some time. And I intend to harass this gentleman here for some time to come and see we're rubbing shoulders. And, we intend to harass him so that we'll have more of a stable space in this institution where we can try to plan when Mars Health will be on site, where we'll be on your campus, in your student lounges and things of that nature.
I think,
Thank you.
do they work with your office at all, QDH?
Yeah, we work with them.
Yeah, so we already have, that program does phenomenal stuff. And Shabbat will be coming here. I do that. Camping out on campus, setting our stuff up in the cafeteria or wherever, so we can always have access to making sure that she is the face.
She's the girl.
She's the girl.
I mean, I'm saying that to say, Taiwan has been in this community,
She makes pretty
for
good
about 15 years.
job.
And in the 10 months that I've been in Mars Heights, there's nowhere that I have gone, whether I'm walking in the street, whether I'm at an event, whether it's elected officials, whether it's the cleaning people, whether it's the everybody knows her and is always hugs because she's personable, she's honest, and she wants what's best for everyone.
That's my girl.
Regardless of what walk of life you come from, where you're going, she'll direct you in the right way.
All right.
So, my
So,
Muslim sister.
we have another young lady, Ms. Bukola, and welcome to America.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters.
Alaikum salam.
Okay, So, Welcome to America was founded over a decade ago, especially after 9/11. This was when Welcome to America was founded, when Muslims supposedly hijacked the Twin Towers and crashed into the building and killed so many Americans. So, we were part of working with the community to educate people that not all Muslims are terrorists and not all Muslims are bad. To find a way to really heal the community. That was, also help people get back on their feet. That was when Welcome to America started. But with this community here, I really want to, I'm going to sort of like streamline and fast forward what I'm trying to say, because I want to get to you guys, because you're my daughters and sons. I'm in my 60s, so I'm your probably your mom. Maybe even your grandma, some of you. So we've had something called African Community Conversations, a safe space for Africans to come together, African immigrants to come together and talk about, we offer many programs. I'm saying this to connect with you because I really want us to come back to this campus or wherever else and have a conversation about family dynamics. And I'm also finding out that most of you were brought here when you were young, when you just came here a few years ago, you were not born here, I mean, you were not born in America. And there's a lot of dynamics in African households that a lot of young people are having issues with, and how you engage your parents and how your parents engage you. So we want to have African community conversation, a safe space, that you choose to be with every group you want to talk with. We don't have to be there to witness what you're talking about. We just want you to have a conversation. I'll give you two anecdotes quickly. A couple of years ago, a young man shot his mom dead in Harlem. I can't remember, I think his name is Kamara. He was 23 years old. Kamara, right? He was 23 years old. And of course he's locked up right now. He murdered his mom. As a parent, I really want to say that I don't think this young man meant to kill his mom, okay? He's a murderer, granted, but there's so much going on in the African community household. There's so much stress that young people don't know where to turn. And this is the conversation that we really want to encourage you to have. Not just to have the conversation, but to see how can we encourage that kind of conversation? How can we get people help? When you talk about mental health, there are so many triggers, there are so many issues that constitute mental health, right? It doesn't mean someone is crazy. It doesn't mean that they need medication. It just means that they need someone to talk to. No one is listening to them. This is part of what we do. Whether you want to talk about Islam in the community, whether you want to talk about Christianity, whether you want to talk about interaction with your parents, interaction with the community, we want to encourage this safe space conversation. And we know that can happen here at BCC, without a doubt. So, Jean knows where to get you. We will get everybody's information. We will invite you to this conversation. And again, you get to decide what you want to talk about and what kind of help you need. And let me just fast forward. So since we started, we are partnered with so many agencies. Of course, BCC is our main, a background here. I mean, a site. Also, World Central Kitchen. In the past 3 years, through Accra Restaurant and through there's a restaurant in Queens, I can't remember the name right now. It's an Afghan restaurant. Welcome to America procured funding for over 100,000 meals. That's been about 200,000 meals that we have served since COVID. So WCK, World Central Kitchen, is one of our partners. Also, FJC, Family Justice Center. Family Justice Center, we work with them because when Africans have issues, case in point, another anecdote. A woman who was brought here by her husband, fast forward, 3 children, decided to move out of state, bought a house in both her husband and her name. Her husband did not know that she had planned to do this. So she bought a house, then she was trying to take the kids to Atlanta, Houston, rather. And we were called and we intervened. You cannot take anyone's children out of state without their spouse consent. Nobody can take your children. I mean, the wife cannot take the children, the husband cannot take the children. So we got FJC involved, and FJC contacted the mom and said, we cannot take these kids out of state. Your husband has to give you consent. So there's so many things we can talk about. When you are renting an apartment or you're staying with your parents, let me say this about housing. When your parents sign a lease and you're 18 years old, or even younger, your name must be on that lease in case your parent died, or in case your parents want to kick you out, or your husband wants to kick you out. So those are the kind of programs that you would not get anywhere else that we do in our workshop. Knowing your rights as a tenant, knowing your rights in this city that if you have an ID, no one can ask you for your legal status. Anyway, I'm going to stop here. I have a lot to share with you, but the most important thing, as an immigrant, I've been here for 40 years, and also a parent, African parent, is this African community conversation. Is what I really want to, sit down with you guys and talk about issues that would lead to serious mental health. And thank you, Mr. Adams, so much.
Now, this is one of the most interesting guys on campus. Listen, I've watched this guy for years. He is one of those kindest people I've ever met. Who, I don't know, when I see him, I just light up because I wish I was that kind. I wish I had that quality. And now he has a second, she's with you, right?
Yeah, she's over here.
That's Michelle, right? So, this program is the lifeblood of helping students from whatever background you come from navigate this place. We all bring our stuff with us, but this guy here, I don't know.
Thank you, Judy. Good afternoon, everyone. Look, I know you guys are eating. I'm not going to keep you too long. I'm part of the Community Edge program. I'm very fortunate to be part of the program. Fortunate to be at BCC. Probably everything in mind. You guys can hear me well, right? Yeah. So, you know what? As Eugene said, it's great to be on campus. It's great serving you guys. Everyone. It doesn't matter where you come from, what dynamic, rich or poor. We're here to serve you. We're here to help you. It's all about educating, empowering, and making sure you have the benefits that you need.
Safe haven.
Safe haven. That's what makes it.
When it hurts, we're there. And then also, all the sisters that I'm seeing here, I'm so glad to see y'all together. And when you're on campus and you see other sisters dressed like you, please, because I see too many of you alone, and there's power in numbers, and I want y'all to reach out to each other. And I know y'all love one another, but there's a lot of sisters here alone that I see that's dressed up. Please, I actually want y'all to reach out to the other sisters that I see alone, because there's power in numbers. And there is love in this room. Also, there's love at the Community Edge. And I also want y'all to know when anything hurts, I want us to be able to come together. Miss Denise, right here from Maryland, who's in charge of Community Edge, has hired me for food insecurity. And I didn't see enough of y'all yesterday. At the pantry, there was so much fruits and vegetables. I have a ninja at home. I got the kale, I got the spinach. Don't think that we don't want, we have so much that all of you, if you were there, the food wouldn't have been wasted. And that's not cool. All the fruits and the vegetables that are available, and all the Muslims sitting in this room, if every one of y'all would have just even thought to come, sign your name. They can feed you according to the size of your family. They actually give gift cards. One of my girlfriends that came to our last event wants a Stop and Shop. Then when she came down, they didn't have a turkey for her. They gave her another Stop and Shop, $100. She said that her family from the village, they didn't come because they had classes. No. Every luncheon we have, they're generous giveaways. But this sister called me and thanked me because her village in New York, they all congregate together during the holidays, and she was able to give them food and the gift card. So we do cater to the Muslims as well regarding the couscous, the vegetables. It's not only canned foods. I'm here for food insecurity on Ms. Denise's behalf, the Community Edge. Anything you need, bills, love, a hug, someone to talk to. Come on, we are a BCC family, and I was so upset that all those greens, fruits, and vegetables, I see your faces, and when I see you on campus, I'm gonna call you out, because you are gonna come to the pantry. You are gonna put your name down.
Michelle.
And we should not be throwing away food.
Michelle. Yes. So, good, thank you, Michelle.
Throwing away food is not cool. The food that was thrown away is not cool.
Good
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Denise Camara. I am the director of the CUNY Edge program. As a proud BCC alum and CUNY Edge participant, I am proud to be director of the CUNY Edge program and also so proud and focused and committed to serving everyone in this room. We have services when it comes to if you need some place to sleep tonight, come to CUNY Edge. Like Michelle said, there is a pantry downstairs. We have other referrals. We have so many resources. We want you guys to just know that the support is there for you. We are there for you. We want to be a soft place for you to land. Let us support you. That's all we want.
Red, Miss Red, come here, Miss Red. Good, I got Miss Red over here.
Red!
Red! We on the raffle now. Miss Red's gonna pull. No, now, you need to look and see if you have the numbers that Miss Red, you can get that. What's her name? Akila Red. Right? All right, so we're giving out these sweatshirts. Go ahead, girl.
So the number is 577870.
577870. You got it? You got it? Somebody got it? You got it?
Come on down.
Wait now. All right, you guys go get another.
Next number is 577854.
I'm 853.
Next number is 577851. No. 577851.
Oh, you got it? 84, 81. I gotta double check.
Oh, what's the number? Repeat the number.
He got it right here.
577851.
Yeah, I'm two. You are from.
Five, 77862.
862, last two numbers. 862. Whoa, everything. She gets the money. She got me the sweatshirt.
She's a lucky one.
Next one is 577861.
Last one.
577865.
65. Oh, now let's set everybody on the front. One more.
577868.
Yes!
Wait a minute.
Okay, I need help because I'm working on a team project, thinking about team project, and I need, do you know Illustrator?
Yes.
So call me because I need somebody. So let me show you.
You gave me a card. I got one.
Okay.
Let me just give you my number.
This is what it looks like. I want to show you. No, to do.
Abdullah.
Like do something.
Tamil.
Let me stop. Okay, let's go.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Mr. G, this is not fair. Exactly.
She had this stuff for 50 years. Now you fight for years.
Give it to me then.
I ain't got no more.
It's big for my head too. Eugene, any last word? Come this way. Is this for me? Okay. Just say why today was important and what.
Today was really great in that our students came out in numbers from a diverse part of the campus community that includes both the Muslim Association, our African Student Association, our Male Empowerment Network, and that's really good. That's what we're trying to do. Is trying to help our students become engaged in various
aspects of the university, not just come for their studies and to do their work and go home, but really the education is not simply what you get in class. Education is how you use the institution. And the institution has numerous resources that they can tap into that families really need. Most of our children, or most of our students rather, are reflective of immigrant families. And those immigrant families are dealing with a lot of those challenges and concerns that really can hold you back if you don't really have an organized body of people working with you. Success is not something you achieve as an individual, you achieve success as a community. So my objective and my goal is to be a part and be a stepping stone in their movement towards the next level.
Thank you.